are the arid shores of Tynea.
Hello? Do you live in this village?
Well, obviously I live here. Where else should I live?
I'd like to ask you a few questions about the beast attacks that occurred some time ago.
It was the worst day of my life, and probably the worst day for everyone here. But what's it to an islander? Does the beast have something to do with you? You go ahead, ask your questions. But this all seems a bit fishy to me.
Do you know where the creature went after the attack?
Why are you all so desperate to find this monster? Isn't all the death and damage it's done enough? Do you want more? I'll tell you what I told those scholars. I don't know where it went. I didn't see anything.
Scholars?
Some fellows from the city who are asking the same questions as you. They may think they're clever, but they're idiots if you ask me. Looking for that thing means running the risk of it coming back here, and we've had enough of that, thank you very much.
We shall leave now. Thank you for your welcome.
That's it. Goodbye.
Greetings, esteemed customers. Are you looking for ingredients? Potions or projectiles, perhaps?
Were you here when the giant creature attacked the village?
Yes, I was here. and I'm not likely to forget it. I lost a good share of my goods that day.
We're trying to track down the beast. Do you know which way it went?
I haven't the faintest idea. I was busy trying to save myself and my shop. Everyone was shouting and racing around in a panic. It was like it was the end of the world. I ended up hiding inside a house and didn't come out until I couldn't hear anything moving outside. So, I can't really help you. But to be honest, I don't know why you want to find that monster. It's madness. Well, that's your business, isn't it? And if you're thinking of fighting it, you'll need potions and projectiles. Why don't you take a look at what I have in stock?
Good day. Do you live in this village?
Yes, I've lived here all my life. Why?
Were you present during the attack of that giant creature a while back?
Unfortunately, yes. It was horrible. I still have nightmares about it.
Can you tell us what you saw? Do you know what happened to the creature?
Honestly, I'd rather not have to think back to that day. Everything was so confusing. It was dreadful. I remember I was fixing my damaged nets when I heard the first screams. Ooh, and that terrible roaring. I was so terrified that I crawled under my boat, which is probably what saved me. I peeked out every now and then, horrified by what I was hearing. I saw the monster knock some of my friends down with a single swipe, as it chased after a man who jumped into a boat. When it didn't see any more movement, it headed southeast and even knocked down the arch there. Oh, it took us weeks to rebuild it and put the village back in order. And we're still mourning our dead.
I'm very sorry for your loss. Thank you for sharing your story with us. We will take our leave. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Look, this camp is very close to the route taken by our guardian. We should search there. Maybe we'll learn something about it.
Well, that took forever.
I thought there were people in this camp. Where did they all go?
I sent them off. Don't worry, they're fine. Do you have the explosives?
We brought everything we need.
Perfect. Plant them on the bridge. We'll blow it up as soon as Iqbal gets here. In the meantime, I have some preparing to do.
What should we do once we've planted these explosives? It won't take long.
Wait. According to my calculations, Iqbal will arrive at nightfall.
Someone called Esser wrote about seeing a giant, monstrous, devastating creature heading towards the quarry.
That's where those mad bandits were holding camp.
You don't seem convinced.
I'm not very good at sabotage. Blowing up a bridge just to talk to someone? It makes me uncomfortable.
As far as I'm concerned, it's that man I really don't like. I don't trust him one bit.
Stop being such a pessimist. We'll finally be able to talk to Iqbal. And that's all that matters.
I think we've placed everything properly. There you go. Everything is set.
I've finished my part. All we have to do is hide. Behind these rocks, maybe. So she doesn't see us when she gets here. It's already dark. We won't have to wait long.
Come on, Vridengar. Let's go hide.
bridge was destroyed. She can no longer flee this way.
I hope Iqbal will get here soon.
One thing is for sure. If we want to have the element of surprise, we best keep quiet from now on.
Hey lads, we're finally gonna have some fun! No quarter!
Protect Iqbal!
My armor is not good anymore.
This armor is no good enough!
My armor is broken!
Help! I need a hand!
We've lost one of ours! My armor is not good anymore.
You should... Across me, Iqbal. You're gonna pay you.
We need her alive.
My armor is completely ruined!
You never should have crossed me, Iqbal. I'm not the forgiving type.
No! Traitor! Liar! Why? Why did you kill her? She was the only one who could tell us where to find the Black Orcs.
I don't give a damn about your black elves and your little investigations. You've been useful so far, but now...
Show them what we're made of! Armor is broken!
She's dead. And with her, all my hopes of saving our people. Why did he have to betray us?
These things happen. But don't lose hope. Maybe we'll find another way to discover what happened to them.
You're so kind, trying to cheer me up. But I'm just a fool. An arrogant and dangerous fool.
You often show impulsiveness, but to say that you're dangerous...
No! You don't understand, Friedenger. Wherever I go, I sow death. That's why I was so intent on saving them.
What are you talking about?
The death of Toflan, of Sheda, our abduction. It's all my fault. I am to blame.
How could you be to blame?
I spoke to Arenaikse a few days before the ritual. Yes, I know. But he looked friendly. He smiled and asked questions that I thought were innocent. I trusted him, Vridengar. Me! I trusted him. And told him that we were the future Donegada of the village. I was so proud. And like a fool, I told him where the ritual was to take place. And that we'd be alone with our master. Everything he needed to know to prepare the ambush we fell into.
You are naive. But you didn't attack us, or throw us into that ship, or kill Shada. Nor are you responsible for capturing the Black Ulks.
I'm sorry, Vridengar. You must hate me now. But you understand why it's so important that we find the Black Ulks. It's too late to help Shada, to help Toflan. But we can save them. You understand? I have to save them.
We will save them, Nilan. Come, let's go and search her body. All may not be lost. Look, Nilan. She had documents on her.
Can you read any of it?
The paper is soaked in blood. Some of it is legible, though. I think it's an address in Olima.
I thought all was lost.
I can't read it all, Nilan. There may be a way to recover the damaged part, but as it stands, I can't tell you where it leads. Would any of you know how to get these stains off so we can decipher the rest of the document?
Sorry, that's not in my skill set. Safia, on the other hand, would know what to do with this note. Give it to her.
I'll do that. Thank you, Ludwig. Safia, would you know how to retrieve the information from this paper, despite the bloodstains?
We should ask Halise. One of her friends will probably know how. I can have it taken to her. She'll contact us when they've managed to clean it.
Thank you, Safia. We really need to find out what this document holds.
Vridengar? You still wish to talk to me despite my confession? I don't know how you could forgive me when I can't forgive myself.
I've got to go.
Of course. Kwawalam seg.
I know you already have a lot to do, but I would still like to ask a favor, if you could spare a moment. While I was studying in Olima, I had a friend, a very dear friend that I would like to find. It was someone very knowledgeable, a true bookworm, but he was also someone with human virtue. In addition to the joy I would feel to see him again, I believe having an ally within the Alliance could be useful to us. It's been a long time since we last met, and I don't know where to find him, but his cousin Baran could certainly tell us. He's a merchant who owns a warehouse in the port of Alima. If you agree, we could go and see him together.
Of course. Let's go see this Baran.
Thank you. It's extremely kind of you to follow the whim of an old woman.
You seem to be very close to Halis. How did you get to know each other?
I met her when she was just a child running around among the soldiers. Her father was a soldier too, who took his whole family with him on each posting. He hoped that his daughter would take over from him. But this child was endowed with insatiable curiosity and extraordinary intelligence. She was only a few years old when her father made her report on the logistical needs of his troops. Seeing her intelligence with such a mathematical mind, I took it upon myself to convince her family to offer her a less selective education. I helped her as much as I could to prepare for the exams, which she passed with flying colors, and she became the youngest logician in the country. Since then, we see less of each other, but I'll always have a soft spot for her, and she for me.
What do you know about Zarin?
Not much. I know that she comes from a good family, but that she grew up in a small provincial town. And in Alima, she must often have been criticized because of it. City dwellers tend to look down on others. But she's an intelligent woman who, despite her origins, knew how to make a place for herself in learned circles, as well as among the aristocracy. She was generally highly appreciated. Her diplomatic skills were recognized, and her taste for the arts was celebrated. A few years ago, she married Kurnaz, who was not yet a general at the time, but who was already showing promise. Rather, it helped her social ascension by opening new doors for her. But I know their marriage surprised everyone at the time. A soldier and a diplomat. It's a strange alliance. I think I've told you all I know. I'm too often absent from Alima to know the latest gossip.
Boy.
See you.
Prepare to disembark. We've arrived at our destination.
You stupid merchant. Who do you take yourself for? Do you really think yourself irreplaceable? Dozens of poor souls are ready to take your job.
I am truly sorry. It won't happen again. I give you my word. Gentlemen, I beg of you, there is no need to resort to violence. I would never dare to try to...
Shut up, merchant. Consider yourself lucky that the warehouse is still standing. What made you think you could trick us?
Baran, is everything all right?
Stay out of this! Move along! The warehouse is closed!
It seems that Baran got your message, and that he will be careful to be more diligent in the future.
And just who are you? His bodyguards or something?
We are simply his friends, come to speak with him. But if you insist on threatening him in this manner, I will not hesitate to report your attitude to one of the city's logicians.
Since Mr. Baran has friends in high places, we will leave him be. But I hope he remembers what we talked about. And that he will demonstrate initiative in repaying his debts.
Yes, of course. Goes without saying. Don't worry, you'll be more than satisfied with my next delivery.
I hope so. And don't dally. I wouldn't want it to be thought that we're being patient with someone intent on double-crossing us.
Ah, you've come in the nick of time. I thought they were going to kill me. Thank you, Safia. And your friends as well. I don't know what they would have done to me if you hadn't come.
Please, it's nothing. What did those soldiers want?
I was supposed to deliver something to them, but got my orders mixed up and they didn't receive what they were expecting. They apparently thought I was trying to pull one over on them. But you didn't come to hear me complain. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for your cousin. I know it's been years, but I was hoping to see him again.
My cousin? Haven't you heard? He's left for Tir-Fradee. He wanted to follow in your footsteps, to see the world with his own two eyes. Frankly, he's not cut out for it if you ask me, but he went anyway. Come to think of it, before he departed Alima, he left me something for you.
Really? What is it?
I haven't opened it. I think it was his latest research. It was very important to him anyway. I didn't keep it here. As you can see, just anyone can waltz right into this warehouse, and I was afraid it would fall into the wrong hands. I had it taken to my other warehouse in Esquiara. You can go and pick it up there. I'll send a bird to let the person in charge know you're coming.
Thank you, Baran. We'll do just that. And be careful. Those soldiers didn't seem to be joking around.
Your friend Baran seems to have a difficult relationship with these soldiers.
Indeed. I admit I don't much like the idea of him trading with imperialists. But I suppose business is business. If I remember correctly, Baran's family warehouse in Esquiara is this one. I visited it many years ago. you wish you'd never been born. Again, when will they learn? Please.
My armor is broken.
What orders?
We were hired to kill you and the other Continentals when you got here. We were also ordered to capture any islanders who were with you.
We were sent straight into a trap. Is there even a package for you here?
I don't know anything about that. If there is, we weren't told about it.
I can't believe this. Let's spare their lives, please. They're nothing more than lackeys.
Lackeys who could warn their employer that we survived their trap.
Tell us who gave you your orders, and choose your words carefully. Your life hangs by a thread.
It was a merchant. Baran.
Of course it was. After the attack, I suspected as much, but I can't believe he'd do such a thing.
Why did he want to capture us?
For a client, I think. But he didn't give us a name.
So, he's got himself mixed up in the slave trade. The Baran I knew would never stoop so low.
Go on. Get out of here. I hope never to see you again.
Thank you for your mercy.
Whatever could have possessed Baran to make him try to kill us and capture you? He will have to answer for this. Explain to us what this is all about. Let's return to Alima. Do you agree?
Let's go.
These are the arid shores of Tainea.
We could dress up like workers. No one would notice us that way.
What? Stop! You can't come in here. This is a private warehouse.
We're friends of Baran's. He may have told you about us. We helped him the other day when he was being roughed up by some guards.
You could be his blessed mother and it wouldn't change a thing. The master isn't here. And since he didn't tell me to let you in, you don't get to go in.
When did he leave? Where was he going?
He left a while ago, but if you think he tells me where he's going every time he leaves, do I look like his wife or something?
Do you know whether he took a ship or joined a caravan?
No.
That's a lot of money. It should be enough to convince you to look the other way.
Don't mention it. Go on in.
The enemy is here! Attack!
I understand your desire to discover the full extent of Baran's baseness, but we're here to look for answers. I doubt they'll be found in all this mess, and we're risking a lot if we overstay our hard-fought welcome.
Let's open the cage for these poor beasts. Maybe they'll find a way to escape the city. All these relics are religious objects, aren't they? Things taken from your temples.
We don't really have temples. We do have places of knowledge and altars. One would have to destroy them to collect everything found here. These clothes were taken off the backs of people like me, who were stolen from their land and brought here to be slaves. Or worse.
I'm so sorry. All this is unthinkably horrific. This must be Baran's office. The answers we're looking for must be in there. This key must open all the doors in the warehouse. I think we have learnt everything that there is to learn here. We should exit the area before running into even more trouble.
Let's go.
cages remind me of the ship you were carried on. And that body. Is it one of your people?
Baran, you're a monster. A heartless monster I'm ashamed to have known.
It is definitely the body of one of our own. Abandoned there like a dog after being beaten to death.
That must be one of the islanders that Baran promised to deliver to Kurnaz. He fought against such a fate and paid for it. It brings me such shame to see how my own people, and in this case, a man I thought to be my friend, can act with such infamy. It's monstrous. Forgive me for dragging you into this business and to have exposed you to such a cruel spectacle.
Baran is exploiting his cousin's trip to our island to expand both his fortune and network. It's my people who are paying the price.
I remember how Baran could be full of himself when I was involved with his cousin. But I would never have thought him capable of this.
Has this association been going on for a long time?
Kurnaz has only just begun to gain weight politically, but they could have known each other previously. Kurnaz has always been a man willing to do anything to get what he wants. He might well have encouraged Baran's cousin to take up an enterprise that promised him a profitable outcome. But the man I once loved would never have agreed to any of that. He was a man of knowledge, a kind person with empathy for others. We were even betrothed for a while, and it goes without saying that I would never have accepted a proposal from someone corrupt. No. Kurnaz must have tricked him, promising to finance his expedition without speaking of the horrible services he would be forced to provide in return.
Your former fiancé could have found an alternative source of financing.
Of course. That's the main reason I'm convinced that he was misled. That letter broke my heart. We parted as friends, separating because our visions on life and science differed too greatly. I find it hard to believe that he would have fallen into such commerce. But believe me, if we go to Tir Fredi and our paths cross, I will demand he makes amends for his actions. The fact he used ties with your people to better exploit you makes me see red.
We shall see when the time comes. First, we need to get to Tir Fredi.
That's true. Forgive me. I know this is a painful subject. I feel so foolish to have believed that we could have found help from this friend. We might think we've accumulated all the wisdom of the world, seen it all, grasped human nature. It's still so easy to find oneself surprised. Or should I say, disappointed. I thank you for standing beside me during this sordid affair, and to have opened my eyes. Let's leave now.
Perfect timing. I've been meaning to talk to you. Alma told me she'd finished translating my mother's logbook. I don't have all the details. Unfortunately, her message was short. But she told me that the reason my mother, Estrella, died in that storm was because she'd lost the will to live. It was after she had to sink a ship on my father's orders, just off the coast, not far from Esquiara.
I'm sorry, Alveda. That must be very difficult to hear.
Yes. It breaks my heart to think that my mother killed herself. But it has strengthened my resolve. I want to understand. I want to know why my father gave such a senseless order. I want to know everything that happened. Knots are not pirates. Our ships are armed, but they're armed to fight back in the event of an attack. There had to be something aboard that ship to justify sinking it. Maybe something dangerous for the Guild. I'd like to go back to Esquiara to try to track down that ship. And I'd like you to come with me.
All right. Let's go back to Esquiara and find out what happened to the wreck.
Thank you. I'm glad you're coming with me. I'm a bit nervous about what I'm going to find out.
I won't bother you any longer.
Don't worry. It's always a pleasure talking to you. I can't believe my father sent someone to keep an eye on me and protect me. Oh, does he really believe me to be so defenseless? Anyway, forgive my bad temper. Did you want to talk about something?
I won't bother you any longer.
Don't worry. It's always a pleasure talking to you. Here's the coast. We'll finally be able to set foot on land.